So today's section, I think I will first finish the outbound integration first. Okay, how to consider the outbound integrations, how to design the outbound integrations, what are the options are available, and after that we can look into the patterns. Okay, so let's start with today's. We will talk more about Fusion outbound integrations approaches available, right? And then the different ways to do that. First we'll see BICC, then BIP, the hands-on for both BICC and BIP, how to do that. And then I will try to use a SOAP service for BI Publisher, which will be eventually using in the integration itself. And then I think at the end we have to discuss about the patterns. So to start with outbound integration today. So Fusion Cloud at this moment there are ways, but there are those I would say very specific to certain objects. But in general, from Fusion application we cannot make call to the external party to publish that data, to push the data into their system. Okay, so that's where the target is. There are ways, supply chain there is a way, order management orchestration there is a way. Now the connector concept has come where you can call outside services, but that is not available for each and every object. So that's very basic, specific to a certain objects where you have option to configure the service provided by target system and push the data to that service. So that's not a very generic approach available. So generic approach provided by Oracle is, because the requirements is going to be very custom, right? So what the data we want to publish or push to the target system is very custom data, custom requirement, and based on the different implementations we have to decide that. So Oracle has provided 2-3 different options. Okay. First is import export, which is already available from I think release 10 or release 11, where you can export the data from Oracle Cloud for different objects, which exports the data into the Excel format. But that's not very extensively used when you go for the implementation. Till now, what we've seen is the most liked or most used approach was the BI Publisher, right, where you write your custom queries, publish the data into XML or JSON format, right, or CSV format, XML or CSV format, and then use that inside your integration. We don't need to design a template as such until unless a very complex data output you're looking for. You just need to build a data model. When we get to a point where it will explain what is data model, I think you might be already knowing, but we will just go through that. Okay. So if we look at these two approaches, now recently Oracle has come up with a business, BI Cloud Connector to minimize even further the work should be done from the integration team. The integration team need not to worry about building those reports also. So what Oracle is saying is we will publish you, we will provide you the option where if you know what data to pull from, their objects are ready, you just need to select them and then select the directory where you want to push the data and where you can pull the data from, and then Oracle will publish the data to the directory. So that's where. So you in BICC you configure the BICC extract predefined business objects. If you have anybody has this ADF background, it's more like that. EOs and VOs are published by Oracle, right? EO and VO nothing but EO is nothing but object created on top of the database table, and then VO is the view created on top of these multiple EOs. So these are like objects created directly on the base table, the Java objects created on the base table. So that's where we call them business objects. So those EOs and VOs what available by Oracle, we can use and configure this job and schedule it, and it will publish the data to SF application. So this has its own challenges right now because it's a very new tool provided by Oracle. It will take some time to settle down, and have all the required objects or fields, and it's little difficult to customize. If you need some fields which doesn't exist in the view, which are not exposed as a part of view, which are part of your business model, like it's available in the business object, in the that functionality. Suppose purchase order has 50 fields and the view objects right now give only 40 fields, then adding that 41 field is tough. So that's where BI is more used when you have very custom requirement. You have multiple tables, 6-7 tables you want to join and get the very custom data requirement based on your overall business requirement. Then you can go for BIP. If you want to call any web service, you can call from web service also from BIP and get the data downloaded to the BI and do the transformation and again publish it. So BI has its own capabilities. It's mainly a reporting tool, but from the integration point of view, yes, because of external report web service is available, we can still use its integration point of view also without any template. So we don't need to design a template. So event subscription, the event subscription is by so if you the event subscription is raised by the Oracle Cloud application to subscribe and provide the real-time created modified data on click of button. So that we will see, as I said, right? When we'll go to that event subscription point of view. It's not real mode, I would say, exactly, as events are not available for most of the things, like supply chain, inventory, purchase order is there, but for all others we can still build near real time. Okay, so BIP extract, BICC extract is from outbound, and near real BIP is more of a near real time. Event subscription is a completely real time. Okay, so yeah, we'll start with the BICC first. Okay, so how to access the BICC? Okay, so using the same URL, we just need to add a BIACM at the end, and that will give you access to the BICC console. So let me open that. So BICC offerings are convenient way to group. A single view can belong to multiple offerings. We'll see once we get to that screen what is the offering means. Okay, and if a view is enabled for extraction into an offering, it is automatically selected in all offerings it belongs. Also the reverse is also true. So if you say if view is available, and if you say that is available for extraction for whatever offerings you have enabled it for all, you have used it for all those offerings, that will be enabled. Not all the attributes of view are selected for extraction by default, and based on the purpose of a project you can select that. Okay, so yeah, now I can see the screen. Let me open the BICC console, what we are looking for. So it will take you to the different I would say it is on the same pod but a different application, belongs to a BI subcategory. Let it come and then we'll see how to use it. So these are more of PPTs, but instead of that, let's directly go to the section itself and see it. It's still coming up, so I'll cover it till that time. So if you look at this is how your console is going to look, right? You have a task where you can do all the required configuration. So configure cloud extract is where your base operation starts, right? So first you have to create the test extraction, select the views. Okay, so here configure offering and allows enable disable view extracts. Okay, that is your configure cloud extract is the option where you can see the business intelligence application offering. These are all offerings that are available based on different domains. You have financial analytics, you have human resource analytics. Once you click any one of them, under that a data store particular to that offering will be shown to you. the list of views, you are asking the question, right? So the list of view belonging to a particular offering you can see on this page from an extraction point of view. Okay, so it has come here. Okay, so if you go to manage job, configure external storage, let's go one by one. Okay, so these are the offerings what you have available. Okay, so if I open a financials offering, say search. So these are a different offering related to it completed search. Okay, are available. Okay, so let me click on any. Wait, why it is not manage offering and data store. Let's go to that page. So these are different offerings what you have available. This is the first page what you see here. I can click on the financials. Okay, so financials, when you come under that, these are the business objects available under that financial offering, data store financials offering. Okay, so organization, let's take one of the example. Okay, so this is a public view built by Oracle for you. So application, how it works is just a quick background how to do it. We cannot modify anything as such, but just to explain how it works internally. So you have this DB table. Okay, on DB table you generally build EOs. You can select a column while building a EO. Okay, and this is entity object. On suppose you have multiple entity objects. Okay, and you have another DB table 2 here. Okay, then you can build one common view for that or separate view possible, and you have multiple views, okay, belonging to particular application, and thus all operations comes to application module. So this application module can insert option is not clear. This application module is related to all these views. You can interact with the views using application module and that interacts you internally. You interact with your table. So this is your interface. EM application module is your interface through which you can interact with the table exposed by Oracle as such. So you cannot directly access the table from a UI point of view, but it has to go through the view object and then EO and then the table. That is how it works. So when you say public, these views, these are a public views provided by Oracle, which are not used. These are not private. They are not used by any of the application internally. This is just more from the extraction point of view provided. So if I click on that, yeah. So if you come here, you click on it, right? So these are the columns which are available for your extraction. Okay, from this organization view, which is available for select list, effective start date, ended organization ID now. So this is what you have. You can click on edit also here, do that required modifications allowed, and then click on done. But generally out of the box provided, you don't do any modifications because this might be used across the okay cancel. So this it belongs to all these offerings right now. Okay, whatever selected on the this a particular public view is available under all these offerings across different offerings. Okay, so you can click on test data store. It will make it in view of the data just as an example. Okay. Now let's see. Another. What is this? This is done, right? And then export is advanced extract configuration. That's fine. This is where you configure your external storage, where you want to publish that data to. Okay, so if you see here, storage service connection. you can click on this, and then this is more of your FTP, I think FTP URL and all you can provide here, and then test it, configure it, and then when we build a schedule, at that time we can provide the name of the service connection where to publish the file. Similarly, you have a UCM connection. Okay, UCM connection is where you can provide the UCM. This is internal UCM access provided already by Oracle, right? And that's also you can use. Generally, UCM is the best, but I think this is I'm not sure if Oracle is going to allow that in the future. There was some restriction were getting applied because it's a huge data, right? But I think there is a support document available. We need to follow up with Oracle and make sure this is going to be available, and then only you go ahead and use that. Okay, otherwise if it's not supported in the future, you best avoid that. Oh, sorry.
Correct. But like where do we send the file to?
It's a use. See, these are the external storage where we are sending these files to. It can be your FTP server if it's available with you, okay, or it can be UCM server provided by Oracle, okay, or it can be a OIC object storage connection. That's what this option is given. So this is what we will try to upload the file to, and I will show that file if that works fine. Okay, we will try that. So now if you come to the schedule, right, here you can manage your extract schedule. Once you define this, let's click on this. Okay, so here you can define your schedule to run the job and upload that data type. Application data extract. Okay, give a name to it, immediate or something test. Okay, click on next. Select the data store list. If I see financials, okay, I can select, let's say organization is one of the offering I want to select. Okay, I'll say next, and here is the where you are going to select your external storage. I'll say use application. I don't want that right now. Okay, use global file parameters, compression size, save. Okay, so then you can save it. Now this is going to, I said immediate, so let's refresh and see if it has completed. Schedule time is it's a running state right now. Okay, and now it's let it complete. It's a huge, I guess I selected the wrong one. Let's see. Now succeeded, right? So if I click on this, let's see if I get the direct URL to that, right? File parameters, this is fine. We generally use an option to directly go to the file, but let's see. Okay, so single schedule, BICC directory, cloud storage. Okay, UCM has its own, so that's where I'm not seeing that column. Okay, so it's not giving me that option to download, so that's where I have to go to UCM directory and get it done. That is fine. Okay.
But Arab, where this kind of extract will be used in the real-time cases?
Yeah, so if you are exporting the data on daily basis to the external service, you need the data. Suppose for one of the object, general ledger, you need the data. It's just an example. to give it to some external party on daily basis, right? So you are going to use that, either you publish it to the FTP loader provided by the client, or you use it internally in the integration itself to read the data. So the integration part will do the filtration, what data, what columns you need. Columns you can select, right? Columns, when you select, go to the objects, right? Where is that? Manage offerings and data store, right? So here when you select the POV, I guess you can select the columns required, and there you can do a filtration. Let's suppose add one data store key test data in 11/01/20. Okay, and then I'll say financial offering, it is available. Data store maybe, that's fine. Next, what happened? Okay, next. You can customize that. Let's see the existing one. Okay, you can customize the columns you need. You can filter those columns what you need, right? And then based on that you can define your options. So column level filtering you can do, data level filtering that you can do only based on the delta data, and not like a where clause like a PI. You cannot write that there. So but if you have a recurrence of recurring data you need to export.
No, I mean it's an incremental data, how the data will be?
Incremental, I think here. Options were there. Go for this. File parameters, rate option. There is an option. Let me find it out. You can define option where you need incremental or complete data. I think that is at the VO level, where you can define for the particular VO whether you want incremental data or only a complete data. Okay, so just give me a second. So here there is an option we get which we can download the data. I'm just searching for that. Why that? Fine. So yeah, so what I was saying is, let's go back to the manage data store. Okay, so here we will edit the view definition. Okay, and then I'll show it to you. Okay, so here you can select the existing view possibilities, whatever the possible views are there, that is fine. You are looking for filter, right? Either here is there support incremental. So this, if I look at, for this one it is not supported. For others it is incremental support is there. It's just the delta data, it's what going to give it. Okay, so if I click on this, okay, so if I click on this, let's edit it. Query filter, it's where this is where you can write your query filter, but that will be then applied whenever you use that PO, right? So here you can write a query filter. So it's something like use filter to receive the data returned. Okay, but then that is applicable whenever you use this. Okay, so I think column selection, I'll take extract data for store for metadata. Let's click on next. Okay, and then select all the column list what you need from here. Okay, so I have selected only 4 columns. You can select more columns here. Okay, and then you can retrieve your primary key, and then you can click on test data source, or I think save is there, just to see if it is working fine. Okay, it downloads the zip file, which is nothing but your data. Okay, so this is finally what you are going to get on schedule basis also, but this is for just I'm showing it from directly from a data source point of view. Okay, if I click on this, if I get okay, let me reshare. Downloads, apply changes. So if you see this data, right, this is the CSV file generated. So that's what, like, not that huge customization is possible because this is more of configuration level requirement what it caters to. Okay, what columns you want to select, you can select it from here. What what query you want to write, you can write it there, right? It's very like query is going to be more of underscore data of in dot or something, that language we have to use it here.